So when you create carbon dioxide carbon dioxide goes into your skin, it naturally produces oxygen. So oxygen rich blood rushes to that area.
Hello, everyone. Elle is here on the Empowered Global Women in Business podcast with my guest, Lana, today. Welcome, Lana.
Ah, thanks for having me, Elle. I'm really excited
Yeah,
to get into our conversation.
me too. So, Alana is a CEO and founder of CO2 Lift. She's a clinical innovator, sexpert, global authority in non invasive skin and intimate wellness. Celebrated health and wellness devotee with over 2 decades of experience, Lana is a dedicated wife, mother, coach, public speaker, multi business owner, and best selling author. Welcome. So nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you too, Elle.
What led you to create CO2 Lift, and how did you first come across carboxytherapy? And I know we're going to talk about more of that. And as a treatment worth modernizing, if you could,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I was at a point in my life where I was just looking for something new, something truly effective that could regenerate the skin faster and in a completely different way than what was
Mm.
already out there. And that's when I came across carboxytherapy. The science behind it is fascinating because carbon dioxide stimulates oxygenation, circulation, and healing from the inside out. But the current delivery system for carboxytherapy was invasive and is painful. So, to find this gel delivery system, which was actually developed by these scientists in Japan, was just really exciting for me to have something that was non invasive, that was painless and elegant. And that's really how CO2 Lift was born. It's the first medical grade carboxy gel that delivers the same powerful results, but without needles, discomfort, or downtime.
So it's a cream. It's a
It's a
gel like a
gel.
cream you put in your face, gel.
Yes. You can put it all over
Um,
your body, not just on your
oh,
face,
the body.
all over your body.
Oh, I have so many questions. The term carboxify.
Yes.
Can we talk about that? Can we break it down, what that really means, how it reflects the core benefits of CO2 lift? And maybe we could also talk about where does lift come from? Is it lifting the the skin, or what does it mean? Or is
So, first of all, carboxytherapy is a new category altogether in skin regeneration. And so I think it deserves
yeah, I've
a
never heard
name.
of it.
so,
Yeah.
so to carboxify really means to activate your skin's natural power to heal, to glow,
Ah,
renew. It's a word we created to describe what happens when you use the CO2 lift. So you're not just moisturizing or exfoliating, you're really oxygenating, you're regenerating, you're rejuvenating at a cellular level. So it's about going beyond the surface. So when you carboxify, you're giving your skin what it truly needs to thrive, not just looking good temporarily, but function as its best long term.
oh, very nice. I love that. So it's nurturing. It's putting all these good things into the skin
Yes.
for the long term. Mm. And so, what about carboxylic gel now, specifically? Can we talk about that? People are wondering what that gel is and carboxylic gel, and what can someone expect after they start using it? How does it continue to improve long term and over time? But we mentioned. Mhm.
Yeah. So the gel, as we talked about, is when you get it, you mix the two packets together, it creates carbon dioxide. Right? So when you create carbon dioxide carbon dioxide goes into your skin, it naturally produces oxygen. So oxygen rich blood rushes to that area and a cascade of healing events take place. But when you use it for the first time, what you're going to probably notice is just smoother, brighter, more hydrated skin. Because our clinical studies show that after one application with the CO2 lift, hydration increases 117%. So that's what we
Wow.
call the carboxy glow. So your pores appear smaller, your fine lines soften, and there's a lifted look that feels like a filter in real life. But the real magic is in the consistency. So over time, as we've seen from the clinical studies, I've seen in my own skin, CO2 lift helps to rebuild the skin barrier. It improves elasticity
Mm,
over 26% after just 6 applications and
wow.
supports collagen production. It really trains your skin to function like younger skin again, which is just more resilient, more radiant, and oxygen rich.
Wow. I love that. So no more Botox needed.
Well, Botox, Botox, or any kind of toxin that you use, it
Or
prevents.
fillers,
Well,
maybe.
so toxin really relaxes the muscle so that you don't
Yeah.
get those lines. And you
Yeah.
can use toxin some areas. So some fine lines you really can't use toxin in. And so the CO2 lift is great there because you can use CO2 lift right up to the lash line, right over the eyelid,
Mm,
and it's going to help with the skin. So even with fillers, you can use fillers and may not have wrinkles, but your skin looks like leather. So this really softens your skin. Think of a baby's bottom. And that's pretty much what
yeah.
you're doing when you use a CO2 lift.
Oh, I want that right now. I want to try
So it
that right
really
now.
enhances, it
Yeah.
enhances, it's almost think of a booster in your skincare line.
Yeah.
That's what CO2 lift is.
Yeah.
So it enhances
From
everything else you're already doing.
inside.
Right.
From the
So if
inside. I
you're already
love
using great
that.
products or you're getting in-office
Yeah.
treatments like lasers or microneedling, what a CO2 lift is going to do is amplify the results because it's going to improve skin function. It's going to improve oxygenation, elasticity, barrier strength. It's almost acting like a healing reset button. So you use it after a procedure, it's going to cut down the downtime. Use it before a big event, it's going to give you that fresh, luminous glow. So it's not a replacement. It's the essential layer that makes everything else that you do look or work better.
I like that. So if I am adding that to my daily routine for my face skincare, is it between the moisturizers I can put it on once a day?
So for the gel product, the carboxy gel, it's something what we recommend is that you do 6 treatments. So it's a gel, you peel it off. If someone goes to the CO2
Oh,
lift handle, you'll
I
see it.
see.
It's a gel, you
Yeah,
put it on the face, you can put it on the neck, you can put it on hands, anywhere on the body. You wait 45 minutes and peel it off. So we
got it.
recommend if you want a skin reboot to do 6 applications within the first month. And then you can maintain it by doing a monthly treatment. But now we also have the CO2 lift carboxy skin mousse, which is a daily CO2 that you can put on. You can put on before your moisturizer or use it as a moisturizer.
Yeah, I like that. So it's gel is more like I guess a mask
Yes,
to uplift, especially in
yes,
the initial stage. Like that. Awesome. Well, thank you for going into the details. I love the self-care. I love the skincare. So I'm just really loving this topic. So if we will expand it, right? And if we wanted to talk about carboxy more than skincare, in
mhm.
your words, what sets it apart from everything else in the market? And I have not heard about it, so it just sounds so interesting and how it can make sense, perfect sense to
Yeah.
me.
Well, because CO2 lift isn't just skincare, it's skin
Yeah.
recovery.
Hmm.
So, most products that you use will sit on the surface of the skin, but CO2 lift really goes deeper. It
Mm,
triggers a physiological response. It increases your circulation, it's boosting oxygen delivery, it's stimulating your skin's natural repair mechanism. So it's regenerative, it's not just cosmetic. And that's why plastic surgeons and dermatologists use it post procedure. It's why women
okay.
use it pre event for a glow. It's why burn
Mm,
victims and post surgical patients see faster healing. It's the depth of the benefit is what sets it apart because it's beauty. I think beauty should be backed by biology. And I think that's what
yeah.
set it apart.
Agree. I like that. Yeah, it's beauty and healing and regeneration and all the layers, skin layers, right? I like that. Beautiful. So I want to switch a little bit
Yeah.
to your business building, and as a CEO, building a business as a woman on your own terms. What are some of the lessons, or maybe one big lessons that you would want to share with our listeners today, who want to open their business, or maybe they have been building their businesses?
I think the biggest lesson for me really is how to balance, being a wife and a CEO, especially
Mm,
because my husband works alongside me in business. It's a really unique dynamic. The
yeah,
lines between, our personal and professional life can sometimes blur. And what has helped me, is understanding that partnership, it doesn't have to mean sameness. He doesn't have to agree with everything that I want to do. I had to learn, or we had to really learn to honor each other's strengths without stepping on each other's roles. And as a woman, I had to grow into my leadership voice, learning to lead with clarity, but also compassion. At home,
yeah,
it meant nurturing my marriage without trying to run it like the company. And at work, it meant not shrinking just to keep the peace. It's this dance that you do.
yeah.
You really wouldn't trade it for anything. I think that's my biggest lesson.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I can imagine that when you're working with partner on a daily basis, that adds another layer, right? Of because you're living together and you're working together, and which also strengthens, I think, the relationship too, right? From both ends,
It does. It does.
and the company, I think, in the business, because you're kind of in it together, right? Wonderful. Thank you for sharing.
Of course.
So I want to go back a little bit into your experience, how you started with your story, how you started as a clinical innovator, as expert in this field. Um, what does the passion come from for
Mhm.
for this work?
Well, I think, okay, first of all, I do what I do because I believe, healing and beauty start really at the cellular level. It's inside out. And I'm really
Yeah.
passionate, Elle, about helping people feel whole, not just look good. So what makes me unique is that I feel that I bridge science and spirit. I took this medical grade technology, carboxytherapy, made it accessible, not just as a skincare product, but really as a tool for recovery, confidence, and emotional healing. And that kind of lends to the sexual aspect or the intimacy aspect of our line. We have the CO2 Lift V, which really helps to address aging for that area of our body. We often think of aging just as how it affects our face and our neck. We don't think
Yeah.
about how it affects our intimate life. And we start aging there, and it affects our function. If we can become dry, we can become less sensitive. We can, eventually can have painful sex. And no one was really talking about that. Those are some of the challenges that I started facing when I got into menopause. I mean, I'm postmenopausal now, and that's what led me really to create the CO2 LV. Just my own experience when I saw the changes that were taking place and when I understood why they were happening. And I recognized that what addresses those things were blood flow, was, blood supply, was skin regeneration. And if we could fix that, we can impact the quality of life for women. So that's pretty much how the CO2 LV was born. So it affects it's a treatment for our vulva and vagina.
Yeah, I love how you went there. Yeah, I love that because you're right. It's we don't hear about it, we don't talk about it, or yeah, and it is a, and I love how you said, we when we age everywhere, not like here and here. Yeah, so true. Is it a gel
It's a gel as
as
well.
well? Okay.
It's a slightly different formulation from the regular because
Uh-huh.
it had the pH. We had to address the pH. We wanted the pH to be
Yeah.
balanced because another thing, Elle, that affects us is because our pH changes as we get older too. And older doesn't
Yeah.
mean just in our 50s, because I'm in my mid 50s. It starts really from 25. We start getting older, but our pH changes and we're more susceptible to infection. So the CO2 lift V keeps that area balanced. So a woman is going to find that she's going to get less infections. that she would
Mm,
normally have. And also to another factor, I think, which is important is, stress incontinence. I mean, sometimes just jumping, some women can't even sneeze or jump on a trampoline, and
mm,
so
yeah.
the CO2 Lift V is going to help with that.
Didn't even know that. Yeah, I didn't know you had those products. Or yeah,
I'll
so
definitely
so
send you some.
wonderful.
After
Yeah.
this, I'll have to send you some for you to see it for yourself. It's
Yeah.
really life changing. It makes you feel so empowered. It makes you feel, especially as you get
Yeah.
older, you have all this wisdom, but you want your function to be just as when you were youthful, So, and that's one of the
Yeah.
things that we give back to women.
Yeah. And I love that. And 50, 55. What? Like you were saying, you look amazing.
Thank you.
Leading by example. I love that. Thank you. And yes, speaking about the products, speaking about how to get the products, how can our listeners, what would be the website? And I know we will post the website link as well in the comments, but if we can just let them know now.
Yes. Well, it's co2lift.com.
Uh-huh.
First of all, they can go to their provider and ask any of their skincare professionals to get the CO2 Lift Pro, which is a slightly different formulation from the regular CO2 Lift, which is effective as well, which they can get through our website, co2lift.com. And they can see all the
Mm-hmm.
products there and get information on it. Our
Okay.
Instagram handle, which they can also, our support team is very good at answering questions. It's at CO2Lift is where they would find some information on that. And then at CO2 Lift V for the vulvovaginal.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. And we'll post the link for the general website. Check those products out. I'm definitely going to be going after this conversation. So before we move on to the rapid fire
Mhm.
section of our conversation, was there anything else that you wanted to add, Lana? Maybe that one of the things actually, and I know we briefly touched on it, the how we can build these products into our already existing routine.
Yeah.
And I think we briefly touched. Mhm. If you
Yes,
wanted to
yeah,
add.
we talked about it because remember we talked. It's
Yeah.
really it's a booster. It's
Yeah.
a performance booster in your skincare
Hmm.
lineup. So it's going to enhance everything else that you're doing.
Yeah.
Whether you're doing it. First of all, we suggest a skin reboot where you do 6 treatments within a month, and then
Yep.
you just maintain it with monthly. It's something that you can do post procedure at home. If you got some type of laser treatment or micro needling treatment, you can use it at home. So it's something that is an addition to make everything else that you're doing better. And then of course our daily mousse is something you can add in from, like, my husband uses it because he doesn't like all the steps. He just likes to wash his face and put something on his skin, and he uses a CO2 Lift mousse, which can be used as a moisturizer, but I use it in between other things. So you can put it
Yeah.
on, and it's going to help to enhance everything else that you're putting on your skin.
Hmm. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I love how you mentioned at the beginning the moisturizing. What was that? The percentage was huge
Yes.
difference. Yeah. Um, yeah. So that's wonderful. Awesome. Awesome. So if you are ready,
Yes.
we will move into the rapid fire questions. Um, so there will be 5 questions. If you're ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So the first one is your favorite book name is, it could be
Gone with the
any.
Wind.
Ah, I love that one
Gone with the
too.
Wind.
I
I
love the movie.
actually, just to give you a little bit of history on that, that was one of I read that book when I was 13 years old. I think it definitely had made an impact on my life. I love Scarlett, her boldness. I felt like
Yes.
I carried that spirit throughout my life, just her boldness, her tenacity, she didn't give up. She just
Yeah.
pushed through. She was such a leader, but that's my favorite book.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I love the movie and I think I watched the movie and I feel the same. I feel the same. I think maybe a lot of women can relate to that, the power. I love that. Okay, so summer or winter?
Both. I know. I'm a Jamaican, so I love the heat. I love the beach. So I love summer, but I also love skiing. I love the winter. I love all the winter activities, so it would be definitely hard to choose. And so I always try to enjoy both, but it's both for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Beach or mountains?
Beach,
Favorite international destination to visit?
Japan. One of my
Japan.
Japan, my favorite place to go. I love the culture. I love the
Mm.
food. I love the people. I love how safe you feel when you're there. There's just such a variety of things. And one of my favorite things to do there is to go to the onsen. So I pretty much go to Japan every year. The onsens, which I love. So yeah,
What is it? Onsens?
it's like a bathhouse. So they have
Okay.
different ones.
Oh yeah.
So it's actually
Love.
the first time going, and you have to no clothes. It was such a
Yeah.
cool experience for me. I mean, in a sense, at first I'm
Mm.
because you can, you have sometimes different levels to them. You can
Great
go
for
from,
skiing,
sorry,
right?
it's great
Great
for
for
the skin,
skiing.
great for the skin, and yeah, I love the when I every time we go. I mean, I'll go to maybe 4 or 5 onsens every trip. But yes, my favorite
Yeah.
place.
Oh, I'm adding it to my list. I love hammams. I love a good hammam, which is a Turkish bath.
Ah,
And
okay, okay.
so yeah, so it
Similar.
reminds me of that. But
Yes,
Japanese would be
yes,
nice
yes,
to try.
yes. Yes.
Love it. Awesome. Okay, and my final question is things that you have discovered about yourself recently.
I have always thought that I was just a truly forgiving person. Like I would just, you do something and I just push past it. And it just was recently I recognized that I just, instead of really covering over, I sweep it under the bed. And so I look under the
Yeah.
bed and I see all of this stuff and then I get, so I think, so
Yeah.
I've learned that I really need to deal with certain things, uh, personally, professionally, when things bother me, instead of just pushing it aside, I need to look at it and deal with it right then and there and truly get rid of it so it doesn't pile up.
Yes. Oh, that's such a good one. Don't we do that? Don't we all do that? Or when we are busy, we like sometimes, okay, I'll think about it later, and then later
Ye-
we can just push
Yes,
it.
yes.
Um, Thank you for sharing that. That's just so profound, and definitely resonated with me, and I know it will with the listeners too. Thank you for playing. Thank you for being on the conversation. It's so nice to meet you and sharing about your beautiful products today. And yeah, listeners, check out the website. Yeah, I think we all need a little bit of a CO2 lift for for the skin. And yeah, thank you so much, Lana.
Al, thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
So nice to meet you. And we will see all of you soon.